All right, welcome to another episode of Ballas Union. You already know we're stuck on this 4-on-4. Into our fifth get off of injury reserve. They're saying he probably won't be back until after the playoffs.
Yeah, man, he on hideout. He don't want none of this smoke while the Lakers are in series.
Yeah. So we already know Smash is still at center. You know what I'm saying? Holding down the paint.
That's right, baby. Stop hating, go D.
Yeah, man, I've been asking the GM for weeks. Have we found a full-time center yet? So we can move this shorty to guard.
Hey, I'm the only one that's COVID negative.
We got CP running point and shooting guard.
Oh, I'm doing both.
Yeah, you're doing both. Yeah. He pass and shoot to himself.
I need to hire somebody or get a trade because I'm just trying to come off the bench, give you 10, hot run, and then I'm out.
Right. Goldie's running small forward and point forward.
Man, you're right. We get that 6'10" this year, baby.
Yep. And I'm playing my inside out game at the 4.
Doing the Geo shake.
That's a padded move. Yep. So we started off paying tribute to Kobe. Kobe would have been 42 this past week.
Absolutely.
Yes, he would have.
You know what I'm saying? And they officially, I don't know if it's officially or unofficially, but 8/24 is considered Mamba Day.
Yeah.
You know
I think it's officially, you know.
Yeah, it was Mamba Day before that. So it's officially now.
Right.
And, Lakers were blowing them out 24-8 for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. We get to that a little bit later in the show.
Man, it's heartbreaking watching that go down there, but I digress.
Let's start off with Smash favorite topic.
Baseball.
Nah, you know what it's about to be.
Madden, baby.
So Madden the early release is officially out.
Take my intermission.
Yep, we were supposed to have some other guests on board tonight, but technical difficulties, reason why they couldn't make it. And another for work-related issues. But Goldie and I played enough Madden. We could break it down to you. If you have any questions, you know what I'm saying? I see Smash put himself on mute. You don't want to be part of this section.
There can only be one on mute, I see.
Oh, you want to mute yourself too? Come on, man.
I'm here to talk junk about it. You know.
Come on, man.
Who played with the Lions?
So where you want to start with this thing, Gio? Where you want to start at?
Let's start with the face of the franchise.
Face of the franchise. Overall, a flop. Total flop. Besides my boy Moses Jones being in the game, shouts out to Moses. Other than that, I was expecting them to come out with to build upon what they already had, right? And then they introduced the yard. So I thought they was going to incorporate your face of the franchise player with the yard. It's none of that. Once the story's over, it's over. Going on to the next mode until you want to play it, if you want to replay it again. But what you got was good, but what I wanted, not.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you as well. What really pissed me off about face of the franchise is that I was putting up record-breaking numbers.
Oh, that too.
I was putting up record-breaking numbers, and they said for me to stay in college or go as an undrafted, basically undrafted undrafted pick in the NFL, or stay another year in college. And if I stay another year in college, I had to be a wide receiver or a running back. Mind you, like I broke all of Joe Burrow's records.
all of Joe Burrow records. That's a lot of records, bro.
It's like the NFL for real.
But
quarterbacks as wide receivers.
Right.
But here's the kicker though, bro. In conjunction with Gio saying, the storyline, it was telling a story like you weren't doing anything. Like you weren't playing well. You weren't doing anything. It was like the story just didn't match. It was weird, man. It was weird. It was good to how they incorporated the college teams, but I don't know. I don't think they read that script thoroughly.
Which
right. I think they put out a script, It just didn't match the gameplay.
Yeah, I think whoever wrote the script was on point with the story, but I don't think it translated over to the programming team. I don't think they got the message, bro. Because as much as you like, I was same thing for me. I'm throwing all these touchdowns and everything, and I'm like, okay. And I haven't got as far as Gio got because I'm trying to hold my little time until Thursday so I can get the real thing and pick up where I left off and move on. But you breaking all these records, and they're telling a story like, man, you need to pick your game up. If you want to start, you need to pick your game up. What you mean, man? I just threw for 339 yards and scored 9 touchdowns. What do you mean?
Man, I scored 10 touchdowns, 600 yards, and rushed for 4.
Yeah, rushed for 400, 500.
It sounds like that year when Spike Lee did 2K.
Yeah. Exactly. It's I don't know. Moving on.
Yeah,
if we give it a grade, I'm gonna give it a C. You know.
Oh no, yeah. Well, the yard, I like the yard. I like the concept. I like what they're doing there. I like the fact that you could customize your gear. You know what I'm saying? You could customize your face mask, mouthpiece, and it gives it a new spin. It's like backyard football. It gives it a different, just something like, Madden's already arcadey, according to Smash. So they just have arcade mode. So it should fit. It should be perfect for Madden,
Right.
It sounds like Madden's still trying to catch up to what FIFA did at least.
No, they're not even there, bro. They're not even. Listen, they're not even there, CP. They're not even there, CP.
That's y'all game.
I give Madden an F for forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Well, moving along. Yeah, moving along. Let's go to what everybody want to talk about this week.
Yes. Woo! Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because I got beef. I got beef with 2K.
Uh-oh.
I got beef with 2K. Let's get this understood. This game has been out since the inception of the PS4. And we've never had any complaints about this game. Am I right, Smash?
That's true. That's true.
None. It has yearly, at every time the installation came for the next year, it has got progressively better. Now, enter 2K midway through last cycle, then they slapped their name on it. So you thinking, okay, so they get a whole cycle to work with 2K to bring us something great. But who knew? Who thought that somebody at 2K be like, you know what would be a good idea? Let's put a shot meter on a button. And there you have it. A few of our players have indicated that they have experienced intermittent issues with their backswings on PS4. That's an understatement, bro. I'm talking about when that game came out, the game hadn't been out, I want to say 5 to 10 hours, and the community was exploding about how bad this putting is and why is it causing this. It's the shot meter. I hadn't got on the game, and I'm excuse me, 2K, but I hadn't got on the game yet because I got so frustrated I turned it off, and I'm not cutting it back on. I hadn't got on to see if they actually patch what they say they fixed.
Hey man, it's just like real golf. When you have bad shots, you adjust. They got a little glitch. Adjust what you're doing.
Your man don't come out the box with the yips. You get the yips.
You should be used to glitches in 2K from playing the basketball game.
Right.
So I don't know why this is a surprise to you. You just adjust.
Well, who would have thought that it would suggest a shot meter on a button? Come on, man. That makes no sense. Why add something? Now, what I do like, I'm not gonna pile on too heavy. What I do like is the shape shot. That was definitely dope. To be able to turn corners and stuff like that, that's definitely dope. The gameplay overall is good. I'm going to give it an A- because of 2K's involved. But other than that, it's a dope game. A-. But because listen, it could be an A or A+ if it wasn't for that shot meter.
Nah, it ain't the shot meter, man. It's all right.
That's all. You don't want any.
That's all. Yeah. He used to shooting, under like 6 or 10 under, and now he can't. He's shooting 6 or 10 plus. So
he's being Tiger. That's all.
No.
Right. So the game got a skill gap, and you don't like that.
Nah. Well, let's talk about skill gap. So here we are lining up on the first tee, and I cut the shot meter off because the junk is broke. And that's another thing. The shot meter, when you turn it off, it still functioned the same way with the meter off. Go figure. So, of course, Gio complaining. Well, of course, Smash complaining. And then the game was always like that. So what's the complaint?
I don't know. This is my first time playing. I was playing with the shot meter on. I'm saying?
I think
I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you because my punting game ain't up to par, but I guess it was not me. I guess it was the game.
It's the game.
Other than that, my driving, my chipping, I'm A1.
It's the game. I mean, you can go from the tee to the green, and you're great. You get on that green, you're going 3-putt all day long. 3-putt all day long, man.
You're going to putt right back into the water.
Yeah,
you can. You can.
Why are you joking?
Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know.
I believe it.
But man, hey, I'll be like set up for a birdie, set up for an eagle. Next thing you know, I'm a triple bogey if I'm lucky.
If you lucky.
But
I mean, it's terrible, bro.
What I like about this game is brought a lot of other people that don't really play a lot of the sports games like basketball or the Madden or whatever. So you got a little golf community that's done came out from the Tiger Woods to play this and stuff like that, and everybody's loving it. So many communities out there that has this game that you can find anybody on the societies that they have.
Right. That's why I got it on Nintendo Switch.
I'm gonna get it on the Switch.
Man, don't worry. If it's bad on the PS4, it's definitely bad on the Switch.
Does the Switch have a glitch? Not the rhyme, but
yeah, the whole system is a glitch.
There we go. Hayden. Nah, I got it. I just haven't cracked it open yet. It's been a busy week.
Oh, come on, CP. I gotta find some time.
It's virtual school, man.
Virtual
school. All my time.
I dig it. I can dig it, bro. I can dig it.
I got y'all this weekend though.
But overall, I may be over exaggerating, but I'm not. It's a good game, man. I was looking forward to this game coming out, and I planned my whole weekend around this thing because it's such a good game. I just wish 2K take their hands out the cookie jar and let the studio do what they do, and you just be the distributor and put your name on and take credit.
Okay. Moving it along. NBA, talking about 2K, NBA 2K21 demo was released today. And I got a trivia question. So one was Kobe in 2014, one is Kobe 2021.
Oh, I thought that was Sadell 3.
That looked like Kevin Garnett a little bit.
So which one you think is which one?
I just caught on to that.
Right. Which one is the 2014 and which one's the 2021?
I'm gonna say the one on the left is the 2021, and the one on the right is 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say one. Yeah, the one without the ball is 2021. I mean 2014, and the one with the ball is 2021.
Okay. And which one has the better detail?
The one on the right. Well, facial wise, the one on the right is, yeah. Because that one on the left looks like a functional retard. Excuse my French.
The one on the right is 21, and that's the one that looked like Kevin Garnett.
Right. So which is the right one?
So yeah, the one with the ball on the left is 2021, and then the other one and the one on the right is 2014. Mm-hmm. And you look at it looks like the detail, or at least whoever did the facial, is way better in 2014 than in 2021.
Yeah, because they was too busy trying to put a shot meter on a daggone golf. They forgot about they didn't make the graphic meeting.
Right.
Yeah. But one thing about it is that golf. I mean, I keep stuck on this golf, man. It's pissing me off. But one thing about 21, the creative player, the way the model that they have now, we're not surprised by it. They had a couple pie charts, so you got a chance. You know how to manipulate the system to get what you want out of it. Last year, you was like really blind to how you want to be your player. This year you got a chance to go in and you actually knew what to do and how to get the best build that you want. Because I mean, how many builds did we do last year before we actually got it right?
Well, what's your strategy?
Can't get that away, CP.
Nah, they good with that. I ain't gonna lie, CP. They
can't
they
get that away,
man.
CP.
I'm in love with my player right now.
I ain't gonna lie. We do have secrets. It's more on your individual play style.
Mm-hmm.
More on your individual play style than anything. So if you tell me how you like to play, I might be able to help you out offline.
Right. And then you got to sign that non-disclosure waiver.
Oh, wow. Y'all done got this game in Area 51, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen, and it's I hadn't really got to play the game yet because I really could care less about the blank gameplay because 2K is always good with the gameplay except for the shot meter. But the gameplay is always A1. So I really spent more time with the demo trying to build different builds to see, what's different about the different pie charts. They had a few more pie charts, and just to see what was different about it. But you always go back to what you know what I'm saying? But it's what I've seen so far. I'm hoping that it turns out to be what I'm expecting. A quality gameplay with a clunky shot meter.
Trying to go for a dunk and do a fadeaway.
Right.
Is there anything new that they added?
Yeah, they had a new shooting mechanics, which is everybody's complaining about the shooting mechanics. You have to use you don't have to use it. You could go back to the old ways, but you have to use your right stick. And if you flick it down, and it's like and you just got to center it and time it, and then it goes. They say you have to move it to the left, to the right, slightly, whatever. That is not the case if you have a high shoot. Well, that was not the case because I made a guy with a decent shooting percentage, like around the 80s, and I never had to move it to the left or to the right. It's just as long as I flicked it strictly down, it went in or it was a green. Now, I will say I had another guy that had a horrible shooting rating, and you did have to move it to the left, to the right. It was always off. You know what I'm saying? But then they changed the
square button.
Huh? You can still shoot the square button.
You shoot the square button.
Yeah, so you could go back to the old way or you could try the new way. I do like the new way they do the layups. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
A lot of people don't like it. And the reason why I say that, it gives me more control or more prediction of what kind of animation I will get. So you start your layup by putting the ball which direction you want it to go, or basically which hand you wanted to lay it up in. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, you got to rotate it to 12 o'clock. You got to rotate the right stick to 12 o'clock to make the layup in.
See, that so face hard. Right there, CP. Exactly. That's the face right. That's what I was like.
It sounds crazy. Man. It sounds too much. But once you get it'll just for me, it'll just take me a week to get the it took me a couple games and I already got the gist of it and I was killing in layups. But as soon as you start your animation for the layup, just automatic, just have the, muscle memory rotate all the way to 12 o'clock on your controller, and you're gonna be greening all day, which I like that better. I like that better than the previous setup where you press left on the analog stick and he goes right. You press left on the analog stick, he goes for a jump shot. You press left on the analog stick, and he throws an alley-oop, and you be like, what is this?
That's a lot of stuff going on.
Gio.
Yeah.
What is all right, so you got, how many NBA teams is it? 30?
Yes.
So how many layups do you think in a complete NBA season, how many layups do you think an NBA player missed collectively, the whole league? If they shoot 100,000 layups, how many of that 100,000 do you think they miss?
I don't know. They missed. I don't know that too many.
It's too many one. The percentage would be really low, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'd say the percentage is around between 60 to 70%.
It's way higher than that on layups.
No, makes.
On make, I would say they're probably like 80% in layups, just to be on a high end. But so why 2K makes the layup so difficult? Why would you put a shot meter on a layup? It just makes no sense to me. It's a given bucket. Everybody now I understand if you're in traffic. It's not.
No, so now see, here's the thing. Now if you're in traffic and you perfected that layup mechanics,
I get that. I get
then
that.
you're good.
Now, because last year, the year before, you could never get a double move off with your layup, the way the system was made. So I understand why they did this, so that you can be able to, if you're going up and you see a big man, then you can switch to the other hand and go to the other hand. That has been missing in the game. But with all the rotated right, now I'm playing Tekken at this point, right? Trying to play basketball.
Yeah, but you can go back to I wouldn't go back to the old way because if you release early, it didn't go in. You release late, it didn't go in.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they did something different from the old way because the old way was completely broken.
Well, the old way was even better. If you double tap it or you hold it longer, it would do another animation. Or you can press it and then rotate the analog stick to do the shot. That's the way it should have been. It should have always been that way. Right. But now it's like they're overthinking, man. They just overthinking this thing.
They really overthinking this. This is 2020, man. Right. Back in the day, Nintendo had the Nintendo glove. We can't get somewhere I can just shoot the ball like this on the game. We done had the Wii. I can't just shoot and my shot go in. Why I gotta do all this with the stick? Like, come on, man. We in 2020.
Man, it's a bunch of protractor carrying. Tape on their glasses. Yeah, man, they overthinking this thing way too much, bro. Absolutely. Way too much. But overall, again, it gets an A- at this point for the demo.
Hey, I don't know where I need a teacher like you when I was in school.
You using that common core, man.
The demo don't get an A. The demo gets an F.
I heard the CP.
The demo gets an F for sure. I'm just talking about 2K in general. We get an A- for my book. The demo is terrible. I mean, you only get to play 5 games. You know, you create now. What bugs me is that when you create a player and you leave out of that player, you can't get back into that player. So you literally, when you creating a player, you gotta literally be taking screenshots of what you building because you won't be able to get back into that player until the new one comes. And who knows? We know the infamous your account comes up missing. You gotta enter a support ticket to get your players back, and hopefully you get them back. So now they at a B+.
That don't really happen in FIFA.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
No,
I'm sure.
The demo, the current gen 2K21, it looks like at this point it looks like a copy and paste of 20. Hopefully, that's probably why your My Player don't carry over to the next gen. Hopefully, it's a whole new game, it's a whole new experience. That's all we could wish for and hope for at this point. They already got my money, so I'm stuck.
When's it come out?
So the September 3rd for a current gen, and it, like I said, at this point it just looks like a copy and paste from 20. So if you got 20, you just stick with 20.
So they did what Madden does every year.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to buy it twice.
That's the yard this year, so we're good.
Don't have to buy it twice.
No, you got to buy it once.
Because you said it don't go to the PS5.
Your My Player doesn't cross over.
Yeah, your My Player doesn't cross over.
Yeah, but if you buy the Kobe edition on the PS4, you get the regular edition on the PS5 for free.
Okay.
Yeah,
but if you don't buy the Kobe edition, you got to buy it twice.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that.
Yeah.
You didn't buy the Kobe edition?
I'm cool with that because you that game there, you're gonna spend a bill anyway for that game. I mean, that's just what you're gonna do. So I'm cool with that, and then I get the upgrade for free. I'm cool with that.
Well, 2K know how to stay in your pockets, boy.
They are the besides mobile apps, they are the microtransaction kings.
Man, they like a little electronic easel, man.
All right.
He's the electronic easel.
Right. Let's keep this train moving to the NBA playoffs.
We got the varsity and the JV playing.
Right, man. You guys keep saying they're JV, but they're handling their business. And they might win it this year again. It might be back-to-back East champions.
Well, it wouldn't be a surprise to nobody if they do. But I'm hoping that once Milwaukee close this thing out, that Miami gives them a really good fight. I think Jimmy Buck is going to come to play.
Yeah,
that can be a
yeah.
game, but they don't need to worry about Jimmy buckets. They need to worry about them shooters,
Duncan?
Duncan Robinson and
Yep.
Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them boys
Yep.
is playing.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
they're doing this without Bam
Oh, I
and
forgot Bam
if
coming back.
what's his Kendrick Nunn?
none, yeah. But
Yeah.
didn't he
Nunn?
play? I thought he's playing. I think he's playing. I think he's back playing, I think.
Yeah.
If I'm not sure. But I mean, the East looks like it's supposed to look. 0-4, 3-1, 4-0, 4-0. I mean, it just the competition is over in the West. Now, I know that Denver and Utah is playing currently while we're recording. So I don't even know what's the score in that hunt right now.
Dallas and Clippers are playing.
Dallas and Clippers
Dallas
playing.
and Clippers
And
are on right
Clippers
now.
blowing them out by about 27, and it's not even
Yeah.
halftime yet.
Really?
Yeah.
76-50.
Okay. So they got their act together.
Yeah.
No, Kyle, like everybody was spreading Luka this and Luka that, and he's the next thing. He's the next best thing since Michael Jordan and whatever. I like, nah, man.
You know
Kawhi
they weren't saying
Leonard,
Michael Jordan.
you know what I'm saying?
They were saying Larry Bird.
Yeah,
Don't say
whatever. Whatever. He's the next. You know who he's the next? Keith Van Horn.
Keith,
That's
Luka coming to look for you, bro. I'm a defender.
Yo, Luka about to
I'm
get
a
his goons on you.
defender.
He don't even wear the socks.
Hey man, you had to go look that one up to pull a punch.
Yeah.
But
no, like
you can say at least say Sean Bradley.
nah,
Sean
but
Bradley was horrible.
yeah,
Exactly.
Sean Bradley's bad. But no, the Clippers, Leonard's doing what a leader's supposed to do, and he's letting his team, he's letting his players and teammates find their way in the playoffs. And he knows any given, especially against Dallas, he knows any given moment I could just take over and win the game and shut everything down. But I know I'm gonna need my teammates later down the road, so I'm gonna build up their confidence now and build them up now while we playing against, for lack of better words, a JV team.
Oh,
You
my.
think why doing all this?
Yeah.
How? He don't say nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you're right. He don't say nothing, but this is the same demeanor, same attitude, and same thing he did in Toronto, and they end up winning. Like, so the first round, Toronto's like, everybody's like, man, Toronto's going to get knocked out in the first round. They're saying Toronto's going to get knocked out in the second round. And the next thing you know, you're saying Kawhi ended up taking over, and everybody started building their confidence. And you hear people you never heard of before, like Siakam and Van Fleet. Like, who are these guys are killing now?
Hold on, Van Fleet has always been a dog. Now you're gonna get off Van Fleet now.
No, I'm just saying, like, did the world know who he was?
Yeah, the world know who Van Fleet was, bro.
They know who he is now, but not last year in the playoffs.
They knew who Van Fleet was coming out of college. He just got a chance to let the world. That was his coming out party, I would say.
Right,
They were just hiding him from the world.
Right.
Okay, Drake.
All right, Aubrey.
I was wondering if y'all was gonna catch that. But.
Yeah. So okay, let's finish up our. So you still got the Bucks beating Miami, then, right?
No, I got the Bucks beating Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still
and
got
then let's go to the Lakers. Looks like the Lakers going to take over the Blazers.
Yeah, Dame time is over.
Yeah, Dame ran out of time.
Q Florida Evans. Damn.
Y'all think that's it? Y'all don't think Portland gonna get one more?
Nah, Dame not playing the next game.
He's not playing.
That's right.
CJ back hurt.
Dame said he got an album to release. He got time for this.
He got 2K promos to shoot.
Yeah, man. He got a press run to get on.
Dang, I forgot about that. Yeah.
All right, Rockets and OKC. I still got the Rockets.
This is a good one, but the Rockets will pull away. Chris Paul can't keep doing that. He can do it for a game or two. He can play, but he eventually Harden and Russ will get their act together. Well, if Russ starts playing,
yes, exactly. Enter Russell Westbrook, and then we're gonna close it out. That's what's gonna happen with that.
I think PJ Tucker might have a game or so to.
He need to
come up here and get him, but
he need to because he's been struggling like the last two games. He hasn't really been himself.
Right.
So if you and that's with them being in that fourth quarter slump, the last two games, and everybody like here in Houston, everybody's blaming Harden. It's Harden's fault. But you got to look at the stat line in that fourth quarter.
Right.
Nobody was making buckets, So it's a collective suck on everybody's side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, and then we got the Utah after that first game. I'm telling you, they must been using the same MVP the Suns got because they've been a totally different team
man,
taking the next 3 games.
Donovan Mitchell, man, he on another level right now. He keep dropping these 50 burgers on him.
yeah,
Right, and he almost dropped a 60 burger that game they did lose. So
right. He scored 57, right? And then think about it. When we recorded that episode, we had written the Jazz off because
Really?
he did score 57, right?
yeah,
I thought Denver was just gonna play better, like Porter and what's
And
the
Harris,
Jokic?
and
Jokic,
yeah.
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 I mean, they have a complete team, bro. I just don't know what's the dysfunction with it. Sometimes it's just the logo, It's like the like the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. You put that logo on, you just tend to suck.
Now you acting real nuggetish.
You gotta get real nuggetish.
The nugget.
Hey man, you take a blow when you get one, bro.
Right.
Hey, Jamal Murray had that 360 layup though. That was smooth, but yeah, it might be going home.
This is not diving. You don't get points for 360 layups.
Nah, Pistons will still lose.
See, it's hard to talk trash to CP because he talk trash about his own team.
I'm the only one that's allowed to. The rest of y'all,
But
leave me alone.
He a
He
true
said,
fan.
leave me alone.
Right. Anybody's picking Dallas to beat the Clippers?
No.
Especially if Porzingis is still hurt. So, and Luka's playing through the pain, but Porzingis is hurt. So, Kawhi, like even with this game that's on today, Kawhi, when your leadership tactics, like you said, he just been head down and dogging. So, it's over. We just gonna let it play out.
Right. And then the last series, I left this one last on purpose, is the Raptors and the Celtics.
Yesterday I was Raptors. Day before I was the Celtics. Today, I don't know, man. That's the one series that it just depends on who shows up and who's going to play, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because both teams it's like a 50-50 at this point because both teams are good enough to win that series, and it wouldn't be a surprise to me at least.
Right. I got the Raptors, and it's not even. I got the Raptors, and it might be even a sweep.
Whoa!
For the simple fact that the Raptors they think the Celtics so trash that they're willing to give up a game or two, and they're willing to not play or not show up to a game because of what happened in Wisconsin with Jacob Blake. They're willing to sit out. That shows me like one, that's great for the movement, great for the cause. Maybe it'll start ripple effect some change. And also they believe like the Celtics ain't nothing. We're just gonna sweep them.
I'm gonna put it all on the first part. Like I think that's super respectable. And like everybody's saying, like at the end of the day, we all appreciate the entertainment, but it's just a game. And for everything to happen the way it's happening all again. And fortunately he lives, so even though he's gonna be paralyzed, he can at least speak from the heart and he can at least speak, which none of these other victims can do. And he can at least point them out and get some form of justice and see it himself. So honestly, if they did sit out, I think it would be dope. I think it would be dope if everybody in the bubble did some type of collective stand, and that would transform the narrative to me. Although we're gonna lose all this sponsorship money and all this other stuff, but it would put things into perspective, and we'd realize again that it's just a game, and injustices are still happening, and everybody said that they can still concentrate on the movement and play ball. So here we are. We played ball. We can either collectively take a day off and do something, or we'll just see it is what it is if a team does it. But I don't think it's got anything to do with them being scared of the Celtics. Plus, Kemba Walker might be the wild card for the Celtics anyway, since we haven't seen him this far into the playoffs yet. He might go back to some of them
UConn days. Yes, baby.
Okay.
That's the championship days, baby. I waffle with this, man. I really do, because on one hand, the sportsman in me wants them to play. And on the other hand, the black man in me says it's a good thing. But then square down the middle, I'm tired of the symbolism. I'm tired of it. Take some action. I want to see action, man. They sit out this game 3 months from now, we're going to see the same thing. We need to come up with some action plans. Not just sit out of a basketball game. That's not an action plan. That's a symbol.
You're talking about contingency plan,
right? I mean, no, an action plan, not a contingency. A contingency plan is after the fact, Right. But we're talking about now. We need to have an action plan. How do we deter these cops from just blatantly killing people like this, man? And this is gonna get drug out. Yeah, man. I mean, it's like now if the same situation happened in Dallas when the guy was shooting from the rooftops and sniping people, then it was like, oh, we're wrong. But this is almost what it's come to, man, for you to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me you can't break up a fight and the laws pull up and you can't tell them, hey man, I was the guy that's breaking up the fight, and you get paralyzed because of it. This is senseless, bro. This is out of control, and to get it back to sports. Yeah, I appreciate them recognizing it and bringing it, using their stage and their platform to show the injustice that we face every day. But at the same time, I think a moment of silence, something like that, because you do have bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? You do. There is a business that needs to be run, although it may sound callous a little bit. But the same way that we pause for 42 seconds for Kobe is the same way that needs to happen and then play ball. I'm just being honest. Smash.
Hey man, y'all saying it pretty good. I like what they're doing, but sports is just giving it a platform for them to talk about. I think I saw LeBron do an interview and they asked him a question and he started speaking about it instead of answering the sports question. So I like it from that aspect, but like Godey said, there needs to be action, man. I feel like they did what I thought they was gonna do. They gave us our little time, our little month to have our rallies and do stuff, and then things went right back to normal. Mm-hmm. And now it's just, to the point, it's just like everybody's gonna have that mentality that if you a person of color, you get pulled over or you get stopped by the police, you just gotta defend yourself. So even though you might be just coming from the grocery store, you're gonna feel like, man, he asked me a question. Is he gonna shoot me or kill me? Let me just go ahead and fight this mofo, so I can get out. So I think it's just because it's just gonna come down to that fear. You scared, you don't know how to react. Yeah. But like bringing it back to sports, I like what they do. I like that they using their platform, but we do gotta have some action. And next on deck is the NFL, so we'll see how they represent and show what they're gonna do.
They're gonna cash their checks.
Yeah,
they're gonna cash their checks.
Yeah.
Goodell gonna cash it first.
Yeah.
We get to that. We're gonna get to that in a second.
I ain't mean to jump the shit.
Right. We'll jump to that right after this draft lottery. Minnesota's was the winner.
Pistons
saying?
were the loser.
I don't know how.
Where's the Pistons at anyway on this list?
Right in the middle, like we are every year.
Oh, that's 7.
Oh, you finally got this. That's normally the Bulls spot 7.
Well, that's because we got trades with y'all. We still trading, paying off that Ben Gordon trade.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, they took some of our picks. Charlotte took some of our picks. Somebody else, but it's always between 7 and 10. Every now and again, we have an opportunity to jump up or keep our pick if we get higher. But no, we talking about the Patrick Ewing freeze the lottery. We stuck. Ours must have some little candy stain on it, or just some little smudge that they be like, oh, that's Piston.
You should draft like a permanent coffee ring on it.
They got COVID on it. Don't touch that.
We got anthrax on it or something. Because we stay between 7 and 10 and can't do nothing with it. If you've even seen the little projections, it's the top 6. Which teams are going to get the next 6 big players like Wiseman and all them? It's 6, which means number 7 is going to be us, and we're going to take Darko's little brother.
That is hilarious.
And we're gonna be like, it's the next Luka, it's the next Porzingis, and it's gonna be the next you fill in the blank. So
my thing is I just think the draft lottery is broken. It just
it is.
It just seems like a team like Golden State. We know what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? The whole season. Once Curry went down, it was like, okay, we tanking at this point. We trying to get the top 2 pick, and then lo and behold, the balls come out, and I'm taking a page out of Smash book here. Conspiracy. They land at number 2. Like the rich getting richer. This makes no sense to me, man. I don't even watch the draft. Like I used to be like excited about this draft lottery, but you see the same ping pong balls fall the same place every time.
The one that surprised me the most is the Suns got the 10th pick.
Yeah, that stinks. That stinks for the Suns, especially how they're trying to build, how they ended the season 8-0. Well, we know why they ended the season, but still, Devin Booker's coming into his own.
Yeah.
They working. You'd expect them to get something early so they can get one more piece to start to make that playoff push. And
so who
got stuck in the middle.
So who do you think feels worse out the top 10, the bottom 5? Who you think feel worse out that bottom 5?
Well, the Knicks, they're not even in the bottom 5, but they feel the worst because they just suck. They should have been the first overall pick.
Yeah, man. It's between like Atlanta, Detroit, New York. Cleveland has Thanos, aka LeBron, has just sucked all the life out of that program. They just there. But you look at teams like Minnesota, they get all these high draft picks and do nothing with them. Charlotte, I don't know what MJ doing. He can't identify a pure talent to save his life, and he's one of the greatest of all time.
That's because he only look in the mirror.
Right. I agree with that. That's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it.
I think that's what I don't like. I think the NBA should adopt the NFL's draft pick, and you pick by the worst records. They had to reverse it because like you're not gonna get better. It's like I think you just said it. The rich gonna keep getting richer. So it's like,
but we had those tankers, so that's why they got to do the lottery.
That's still broke because Golden State they tanked. I mean, you look at all these teams. These teams are tanking anyway. They're trying to keep a competitive edge, but teams take days. Or you can literally sit your players down the stretch and say, we just gonna sit them to get them a rest, and then you're essentially tanking. You know what I'm saying?
But how you got a team that's in the playoffs right now that's in that top 14, 15, whatever you just showed right there? How you got a team? The Celtics. Yeah,
they got a lot of draft picks.
Trades.
Yeah,
they shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, man, I don't know.
Danny Ainge is one of those guys who's going to always keep draft picks in his pocket. He's like Bill Belichick. Yeah, he's going to always keep some good draft picks in his pocket.
It's a Boston thing.
Damn, I didn't even put that to pass. That went right over my
head. Might be. Well, our next topic, I'm gonna let CP open up because he wants to jump the gun.
Man, I ain't trying to F Roger Goodell. This is whack. This is whack. And obviously this is not the same thing and not the same scale, but this is just like, I don't even want to use it, but I'm already here. This is just like Emmett Till or any other scenario where later on the line, now that you want to right your wrongs and get straight with the master before you go, you want to be like, I shouldn't have done that. My fault. And it's not like you want to take any punishment for it. You want to be like, time served, or can I get my little slap on the wrist so I can keep moving? Even though Colin Kaepernick still isn't in the league, now all of a sudden he wants to be like, yeah, I really messed that one up. Sorry about that, y'all. Like, can we get an equal punishment of 4 years? Can we get an equal anything for 4 years? Can we get anything?
Right.
Can we get back in the league? Can Goodell just appoint him on the worst team in the league? Well, that'd be the Lions, but could he appoint him anywhere?
Right.
Just as an executive order of me being Goodell, I've already messed up the money, or they can't uncash the checks. I'm gonna put him on one of these 30 teams. He should do that, or he should invest some money with The Rock and put him as the lead player in the XFL, or just do something. But I messed that up. It really ain't gonna cut it. That don't cut it in your household when you don't listen to your wife and all of a sudden the sink is splashing out water and you was like, I shouldn't have done that. You can't unfix that. You wet. You soaked.
You soaked.
A paper towel ain't gonna fix that. So this is a paper towel, man. This is BS. F him. F all this stuff. Jay-Z still making y'all believe that he's playing chess and everybody else is playing checkers, but we still ain't got nothing. This is whack. Y'all
Listen,
got it.
I feel you. I'm 100% with you on this one. I always say that that sports, the people that populate sports, it reflects reality. You got your murderers, you got your killers, you got your drug dealers, and you have your racists. And that's just what this is. It's a reflection of what we go through every day. It's just they get paid millions of dollars for it. This is just a typical situation like we just spoke of this police brutality. And this is the same thing. Like at one time, I mean, we hadn't been 6 months, 8 months when they were saying, you know, oh no, this is terrible. This is disgrace. But now all of a sudden you're saying, I'm sorry. No, you can't. Sorry don't cut it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry don't cut it at this point. How about you undo some of your wrongs by giving this man a job? Don't say, oh, I'm allowing them to actually let him try out. No, put him on somebody's team. You know what I'm saying? Just give him a job. Dallas, put him the Colts. There's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. A lot of teams. I'm surprised. I'm pissed that we just even giving this dude airplay right now.
Seriously. I mean, but you had to talk about it though, because you at least got to be able to say F him and his apology.
Yeah, he could definitely shove it. I'm in total agreement with that.
No. Smash.
Enough said right there. Them boys hot. Hey,
okay. You're not gonna say Jay-Z
on that one for a minute since I heard.
I thought he was gonna jump and defend Jay-Z.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna jump and defend him.
I'm not. I'm gonna give CP a pass on that one because he don't know the Jay-Z thing right now. So you know,
my bad.
That's the first one right now.
Oh, okay.
But
I'll take it. Must be Christmas.
On Goodell, I think he's doing what he had to do. As far as in his mind, he's following the money. You know, when Colin was kneeling and all that stuff, all the owners and all the fans that were a lot of the fans that bringing in money was going that way. Now the pendulum swung and is over here with Black Lives Matter, and they seeing how like people, if you want to say, getting canceled in that cancel culture. He's like, oh, I don't want the NFL to get canceled. So it's like now when it was over here, it was all the white people pretty much had the power with the money. But now when that pendulum swung on the George Floyd situation, and you know, we were getting some things taken care of, we, you know, getting people fired, businesses were getting bad names and not getting their money. Roger Goodell, he's just started saying, oh, let me start going to Black Lives Matter. He just going where the money go, like any typical old.
But again, just like we said with the NBA, ain't no action.
There's no action.
It's no action at all.
Here's what I want to happen, man. This is truly what I want to happen. We as taxpayers pay for all these stadiums and all this other crap, right? And they get to run away with the bag. You know, so I mean, you want some action. You have to mandate these teams. Like, we're in your community, we supporting you, we giving you all this money and all this other good stuff. You know, you have to give 20% of your proceeds to something that's actionable. And because of this, you're talking about basketball. This is what? I don't know the percentage, 70-80% black, right? Football, 70-80% black, right? I mean, come on, man. We going around in circles with these dudes and we looking at them like, you know, this is another situation where we're gonna just overlook this and keep it moving. Nah, we can't overlook this. And you know, as much as I love NBA basketball, as much as I love NFL football, I know me, I'm gonna still watch, but I really want to stop watching. But you know, because I want to make sure my brother stay with a job, I gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? So you like in the catch-22, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, but I think the players themselves, with them taking a stand as far as saying we're not going to play, yeah, that does take money out of that for that particular moment. Takes money out of the rich, take money out of their pockets. But you know, you gotta, if you really want to be actionable, look here, man, we done, right? We're not playing anymore. I'll see y'all next season if y'all get it right. You know, or call a rock. Hey man, we're gonna have the XFL basketball team next. You know, and this is what it comes to, man. You have to just Move out the way. Let them have it. You want to have your ivory towel. You want to sit on your heel. Take your heel, man. I'm going to build me another one.
Right. Well, shoot. I still feel like that still plays in today's game for the simple fact Earl Thomas just got cut by the Baltimore Ravens. They said they cut it for misconduct, and then after that they put out all these articles assassinating his character, talking about he's always late to meetings, he was this, he was that, and everybody knows that plays football, everybody knows that coach football, and everybody that is around football knows there's a fight every training camp.
Every time.
Every training camp there's a fight.
On purpose.
But but Jimmy Johnson said the best. He said, I treat everybody that I'm consistently treating everybody differently. Right. So yes, he has his warts with the issue with his brother and all this kind of stuff, but that's off the field issues. You reprimand him for that stuff. You don't those character flaws shouldn't carry over to the field. You know, he hit me too hard and the fight broke out. It happens every time, man. You hot, you bother. We got these pads on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got COVID. It's just tempers are flaring. You know, and that's just part of football. This is here is again that they're trying to play by the numbers, right? You can cut any player in the NFL anytime you're ready, and I don't have to pay you jack. And in the process of me not paying you jack, I'm gonna assassinate your character. So my homeboy Shea Whitey over at whatever XYZ team, he ain't gotta pay you either. You know what I'm saying? This is terrible, bro. Man, please, Rock, please clear your debt and get the XFL running ASAP, man.
Right. Yeah, because they definitely assassinated the character. It's so bad that Dallas won't even, or it's not that Dallas won't sign him. It's just that like now they're playing the game where you only could sign the vet minimum.
Look what you just said. Look what you just said. The Cowboys won't sign a thug.
Yeah, and that's the one he want to go to because he
come on. You know that's bad when the Cowboys won't sign you.
Right.
Hey, what's it called? What's my man that died from the Raiders? He was Al Davis. He rolling around in his grave. He'd already had it. Especially in Vegas too.
Yeah, man. I got a brand new stadium for you.
Shoot.
Yeah, he didn't care. He sure didn't care. But yeah. Shoot, talk about that. The Cowboys just signed Aldon Smith. He just got out of rehab.
Thank you.
They did Thomas dirty. They found the out to not pay him his extra 15, almost 20 mil.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And then now since they put it on bad conduct, they're scot-free. Because if they would have cut him, it would have been 10 million. They had to pay him automatically. If they would have kept him, it was like 15, 20 million. And now they pay him $0 for something that happens every time in training camp.
Sure, wow. Might as well go to the Patriots then with Cam.
That's where you're gonna go
and get right.
Well, I mean, even Cam has head issues. He's not a menace to society. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know, man.
If the season go on this year, Cam gonna be a threat
anyway.
I agree with you, Smash.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
If they can find a receiver, well, he didn't have receivers in Carolina. He got the job.
Playing with a chip on his shoulder, man.
Yeah, he is. He is.
The hoodie will get him right.
The hoodie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No man is bigger than the team. That's Cam's only issue is that he always thought he was bigger than the team.
Mm-hmm. He thought he was bigger than the world. That's what Cam thought he was.
Yeah. Now he's in the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? They don't play that over there. So he's gonna be I believe he'll put up some MVP numbers.
He gonna have a year.
Look at his division. The Jets, the Dolphins. Come on, man.
I actually like the Dolphins, and I'm rooting for the Dolphins. They got a black coach and a black general manager. We got to
root for the coach.
And the GM.
And the GM. That's what you're rooting for. You're not rooting for what's going on that field.
So you might as well root for the Redskins then, or the football team, the Washington football team.
Yeah,
them guys.
You about to get us canceled. You about to get canceled because of that. You gotta bleep that out.
You better not say that again. Terrible, man.
Yep. Let's see. That's about it. Let's see. Let's start off with CP. Any closing words?
Oh man, you was going.
No,
on
CP
first.
go last, man. Because CP suck all the air out the room with his closing words.
All right.
Respectful.
Go ahead, Goldie. Go ahead.
I'm good, man. I just want I appreciate the NBA players taking the stand that they're taking. I hope that they don't pump fake and don't do it. If you're gonna do it, do it. Other than that, man, we got to stop this police brutality, man. Somebody got to step up, and we got to make a change some way, somehow, some form, bro. Action speaks louder than words, and your symbolism.
Right, Smash.
I'm gonna go back to the 2K golf, and I just want y'all to know that it does have a few glitches, but you got to realize that people are working from home these days, and they did the best they could with what they had. They were working from home.
You gave him an excuse.
I'm just saying.
He gave him an A-. That's what he gave.
Yeah, because I got to, man, because the people who actually made the game that's some upstanding guys. I can't really knock them for all the friends they hang out with. You know what I'm saying? 2K is that shady friend.
And then I just have a closing question, and this is probably Gio will be the person to answer it. But does Belichick wear the hoodie on Madden on the sideline?
Yes.
All right.
No.
That's crazy.
He said
No.
yes. No, but you can have a hoodie.
Yeah.
But not all cut up and chopped up like he wear it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I was just wondering.
Go ahead, CP.
Oh man. What I was gonna say though is, aside from focusing on brutality and focusing on just somebody else facing this unfortunate situation, aside from all that, just take personal stock in your life. How many things are we promising ourselves are going to be brand new updates and features, and really it's just a copy and paste of what we did before? So in our own lives, let's look in the mirror, and while we demand an action, what can we do to act on our lives? And that doesn't mean specifically towards the movement, but just specifically towards keeping the lights on, keeping your family happy, keeping yourself in shape, doing what you're supposed to do. So take inventory for your own, handle your business, and then ultimately contribute to causes greater than yourself. There are some things in our life that we're putting a lot in stock and in shape for, but they are just games. They're just things, and there's bigger things happening.
Right. Well, on that, I'm not going to have no closing remarks. I'm just going to leave the viewers with this.